All right, everyone, got back here to the house. Make sure I got this where everybody can see. That's just nothing. It's just a little bit of stain on it, but I rinsed my hands off. It won't come off these nitrile gloves, but makes it my hands a little bit cleaner on cleaning these fish. Real quick, come right behind the fin, make almost a 45-degree cut, and what I do is go right down on the back and just lightly cut the skin and get it started, and peel the back. And what I do is just come down the spine and come around that belly bone and just pull that fillet right on back, and then come down the back right there, kind of down a little bit, right on back, and just try to keep it downward pressure. There we go. Just got a little bit of this bone here on the gizzard. Now what I do is come right there on that belly. Let's get this back so you can see it coming right down on that belly, and get that little bit of belly meat off of there. All right, flipping the fish over, do the same thing. It's a little bit more difficult because the fish is kind of real floppy without it. I got my helper, and I'm back home. I got my helper with me, so I got a little bit of background noise. Anyways, you just come on down that side now. I kind of go ahead and cut that skin back and get it right on the other side of that dorsal and try to get it started, because sometimes you have some different, I don't know if you could see that, I got you on my head, but trying to pull this down. Let's go ahead and get this guy started. Got there. Come on the other side of that. And knock it. All right. You can see I took quite a bit of bone right there, so I'm going to come back and try to get that bone out right there for Mama. Mama don't like any bones in her fish. I don't blame her. I don't either. Try to get all those down, and practice makes perfect, obviously. Also, bigger the fish. All right, come back and get this little bit of belly meat, and there's a little bit of piece of the gizzard. And then what I can do is run my finger down and feel if there's any more pieces of bone or fin. That feels pretty good. There's a little bit right there at the front, but that's typical. And there we have a filleted Spanish mackerel. And same way on this one. Make that first cut, and we're going to come down this back. And I mean, there's no really right way or wrong way. I'm just trying to get as much meat as possible on this guy, because even though it's out there most of the day, caught some sharks, I want to optimize this fish, so to speak. And we'll cut him out. There we go. See there, pretty fillet there again. And I'm just about messed up. Try to come down on that edge of that belly, pull it around. Same thing. I'm gonna take that knife on that corner. Ooh, if I don't cut myself. another good thing about gloves. It kind of gives you some form of protection, even though these are just nitrile. All I'm trying to do is just get started on the skin, really. But even though they're nitrile gloves, they do give you some protection, some abrasion protection from knife blade. There you go, that's pretty good. Can you see through it nearabouts? And I don't know if me tilting my head down, since it's the first time I got this cleaning a fish, you might be upside down looking at this thing. Problem is with these fishy hands and gloves that I can't get my phone out and see exactly what I'm doing. So anyways, there's that. I put that clean fish in there. Anyway, all right, I brought you into the house now. I just showed you how to fillet out your Spanish mackerel. So now I'm going to try to pan fry it. A lot of people grill it. However, it's been raining a little bit. It's been tough to get outside to grill, so I'm just going to basically sear it in the cast iron here. I'm going to throw it in the oven. I think it kind of gives it a little bit easier to control, a little drier heat for it. That I've done it a couple times. I think that I'm pretty good. It gives good flavor. What I've gone ahead and done is, now that's the next one, we're 24 hours after, so I've went ahead and put my fillets in the Rubbermaid here, Tupperware, and I've basically soaked them in Thousand Island dressing. And I went ahead and I got my grease hot. Now, I know there's a lot of different oils. I like lard. I think it's easier to cook with. Right now I've got just butter. Kerrygold is my preference, and a couple of, just enough to get, a coating on the bottom and get, enough so the fillets won't stick in the frying pan. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to a minute or two just sear them and flip them, and then I'm going to put them in the oven for probably about 10 minutes, and I'll just keep checking on them until they look like they're flaking like I want them to do. I'm also going to cook this with asparagus. You can do anything with it. I'm trying to cut out carbs right now, so typically I would do like potatoes or French fries are a staple around here, or tater tots. But I'm just going to do them with asparagus. I have done them with Brussels sprouts, as a side. Another good side is the freezer-made Brussels sprouts. They got really good flavor. A lot of people, some people love Brussels sprouts, some don't. I like broccoli. I guess it's acquired taste. But yeah, forgive me. This is the first time I'm doing it at this angle, so I'm trying to get used to this clean and cook type video. So bear with me, and we'll get started. I'm going to go ahead and start putting the fillets in, and they're going to pop a little bit, so we're going to be ready for that. As the frying pan cools off from the fillets, another good tip is use a stainless or metal spatula on your cast iron, because the plastics tend to melt for some of the temperatures that the frying pans get up to. So I got those in there right like that. We'll put a little bit of this juice on them, because a couple of them didn't. But as you can see, I don't have a big enough frying pan. I should have used the monster back there in the back, but we're going to use those. And like I said, I just sear them a little bit like that, and I'm going to shove them in, find my oven mitt, and I'm going to put them in the oven right now. I actually probably had my pan a little too hot, but it'll be fine. But yeah, we're going to put them in there for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get the asparagus in, and we're going to cut here in a minute. We get a little closer to 10 minutes out. I'll cut that also. Okay, one of the things I just failed to mention, what I put my oven setting on was about 400 degrees, and that allows it to cook but doesn't allow the fish to really get away from you. That's one thing with fish, that the oven will dry it out real quick, so you'll have a real tough piece. One of the things, putting it in the pan just then, that I know there's some people that are picky about their skin. With the spatula, you can basically, with a metal one, for sure you can get underneath the skin, or get just above the skin but underneath the meat and peel it out. You got to be a little abrasive when you try to clean out your frying pan, which we can show you. And that was not called for. Good thing it's a GoPro. But as I try to get everybody set up here. So anyways, hopefully no more technical difficulties tonight. So we'll, I guess it makes me smile now. So we'll be right back as we get closer to time to check on the fish. Okay, we're going to take a peek here. Timer's gone off. You can see the fish are coming along nicely. Not quite as fast. You can see the asparagus just need to be touched up a little bit. They got a few more minutes to come in too. That's one thing with 400, it cooks a little bit slower. At 400, it cooks a little bit slower. I know at 415, 425, 12 minutes will probably be about right. But at the same time, I don't want to cook it, burn through the fish too fast. It's just a few Spanish mackerel. So with that, I'm gonna keep peeking an eye on it. And sorry, I'm just trying to get used to holding a camera and cooking now. So I'm gonna keep peeking on it, and when we get a fish. It's been enough of a couple of minutes. Now, one thing you might be thinking or asking, what's keeping the fish from drying out? One of the things you can see, there's a lot of grease and also water that is cooking out of the fish too. So it's helping to keep those fillets moist as they're in there. If you didn't have that in there, they'd dry out really quick. So, but they're just about ready to come out, and I'm gonna take them out right now. Alrighty, had another technical difficulty. My parents just pulled up, and I was robbed. Not really. I gave them 2 fillets to try, and big thumbs up. But here's what they look like coming out, and as you can see, they flake up real good. And get out the shadow. I'll get my lighting right over here, but you can see that they flake up and they appear to have good moisture in them. So we're going to do a taste test. I can't get my wrist to move all the way down, but that is some good Spanish mackerel right there. Anyways, real quick and easy. For tonight, we're using asparagus on the side. I said I got the last couple fillets searing up. I didn't have the pan as hot this time because I just put it up there and kick the heat on. As soon as they simmer a little bit, I'll throw them in the oven too and get them cooked down. You just got to kind of come back. I might be having a brain fart here, but I just wanted to make sure that on the what I used to marinate the Spanish mackerel in was I'm going to say it again, Italian dressing. I think I said 1,000 Islands earlier. You don't want to do that. Italian is what you want, and said it gives pretty good results, very good flavor. So could give it a try. Let me know what you think. Give a comment, and always, if you like this post, like it and comment so I can make my videos better and help me improve. Anyways, like I was saying, I'm cooked a meal with asparagus for tonight. Brussels sprouts are good. Of course, the old faithful potato, French fries, whatever you want to put with it. But like I said, it's Spanish mackerel. Catch them right off the beach. Good quick meal, and tasty too. Anyways, hope everybody has a good night, and I'm Matt, and I'll see you next time.